Namaste, DDs. My name is Sherry Sutton, and I am your marketing mentor. Today, I want to talk about fear. So, one of the things that I see with almost every entrepreneur I work with is some sort of fear about showing up in their business, especially showing up in their marketing. And it sometimes manifests as different things, right? Sometimes it manifests as, I'm not supposed to be showy, or I don't want to be a jerk, which I totally get. Like, I don't teach people how to like spam. It shows up as I just don't know what to say. I feel awkward. I just feel weird. I don't, or, just plain old like the idea of sitting in front of my phone and trying to talk to people completely freaks me out, right? And so my whole business has been built on helping people figure out how to kind of get out of their own way, find content that's really meaningful for them. But I wanted to talk a little bit about how I do that, right? Because I'm afraid all the time. I know I might not look like it, but I really am. I mean, it's interesting. I spoke at a women's conference last week, and the topic was fear is a stepping stone. And so I've really been thinking about this idea of fear. And again, I wanted to kind of share. I'm always afraid, always. Like, I always feel like insecure, like no one's gonna like me, like I'm not enough, or I'm too much, or like I don't have anything good to say, or all the good things have already been said, or no one's gonna listen to what I have to say, or no one's gonna buy from me. I mean, does any of this stuff sound familiar? Like, and I hear this from entrepreneurs all the time, and I have it too, right? I think, it's a little bit of the way we were raised. It's our childhood trauma. I mean, that's a whole other, thing to work out. But, for me, it's just, I've always felt uncomfortable. I've always felt awkward, and I still do. Right. And I heard a therapist tell me once, like, you're never not going to feel this way. It's a question of what you do with it. And so, what I want to share with you guys is what I do when I'm feeling those moments of fear or insecurity or doubt, which I can tell you is a large majority of the time, right? Like, I always feel, for me, it manifests in like my clothes, or like I just feel dorky, and like no one wants to talk to me, or if I talk to people, like even then I still feel dorky. I'm like, God, did I say the wrong thing or whatever? Anyway, here's what I do when those things come up, because I know that that is my natural instincts kind of gone wrong, right? So my natural instinct is, we have these natural instincts called fear, flight, or fawn, right? Where we look at our fears and we say, oh my God, either I have to fight this thing, I have to run from this thing, or I'm just going to like get dazed out, right? So, what I really encourage you to do is just acknowledge it, right? The first thing I do when it happens is I really just acknowledge it. And I say, okay, I understand that this is what's happening. The other thing that I do generally before that I even get scared is first thing in the morning, I spend some time with my higher power. And I do a lot, I meditate pretty much every day. And I spend some time really working with, my high power, you call it God or Jesus or whatever you want to call it, and say, what do you want me to do today? Right? Why am I here? And I've spent a lot of time really, really focusing on that. And I believe that as entrepreneurs, we really need to understand what our core purpose is in order for us to be able to show up in a way that's super authentic. So doing some of that work, and I'm happy to help you if you really haven't nailed that down. But why am I here? What is my superpower? What am I here to do in a way that only I can do, right? And I have a very strong belief on that. I believe that I was put on this earth to help, especially female business owners, show up in their lives and in their business in a way that helps them to gain economic independence and, emotional independence, right? So I spend my time with my higher power. I really understand what my superpower is, why I'm doing what I'm doing, who I'm here to serve. So that then when that fear comes up, and that fear comes up all the time, I have not overcome it. Maybe I will. I don't think so. I think it's just a natural thing. I look at my fear and I say, okay, fear, let's talk. All right. So I love you and I appreciate you trying to help me. but I don't need you today, right? Like, I really appreciate it. You're not needed today. I got crap to do. So I'll talk to you later, right? Why don't you sit over here, or you can follow me around if you want, but you don't have a voice today. I have other things I'm going to go do. And just sort of, and that sounds sort of silly, like treating your fear as a secondary person to you, right? But we all have different aspects of our personality, and being willing to take it outside of your body and talk to it and say, fear, no, and I saw a woman this weekend at the women's conference, and she had this shirt. It said, "Not today, Satan." Right. And I love that. It's the same thing, right? It's that same idea of like looking at your fear and going, not today, Satan. Like, not today. You're not, I appreciate you. I love you, but you're not needed right now. And then, the third thing that I really do is just acknowledging that. Now that I've acknowledged it, and now I just start. Now I just do it anyway, right? Like, I feel a little dorky today. My legs really hurt. I'm having a little arthritis flare. Like, I'm not at my best, but I still showed up. I still showed up. I still did this because I believe I'm here for a purpose. And I also refuse to let fear take that away from me, right? And take that away ultimately from my customers, right? From the people who I'm here to serve. If you allow fear to take over and you don't put yourself out there to serve, then the people who are meant to be served and helped by you can't be helped. So I highly encourage you to do this next time you're feeling fear. So first, get really aligned with your purpose and your why. Second, when fear pops up, say, "Thank you, fear. I love you. I really appreciate what you're trying to do, but not today." And then third, just start, just do it. What are the things you need to do today to grow your business, to make a difference, and start doing those? Now, if you don't know what those are, give me a holler. That's I spend all day working with entrepreneurs to help them figure out exactly what they should do to grow their business. But you got to sometimes get out of your way first, right? And so I hope that this helps. Give me some feedback on what you think. Let me know if this was if this like resonates with you. Try it for a few days. Come back and leave me comments. And I hope that this helps to change you to get out of your fear and get out there and start marketing your business, because you have a gift that only you can offer, and you have to bring it to the world. Thank you.